Mission First Tactical is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
Friday night.
It is a widespread panic.
Man, that sound was going crazy Saturday night. There was like three concerts going and parades everywhere. You know, that place is built for one thing.
You can't stop it. You can only hope you can pay.
Gotta join in and go with the flow.
Well, let's get started. Let's do this.
Let's do it, man.
I'm ready to rock and roll. So welcome in, lead heads. You have reached the Talking Lead podcast. If this is not the podcast that you were intending on listening to, then you're in luck because you're going to want to stay and listen because this is the best thing going since sliced bread.
That's right.
That's right. No questions asked. And if you are just joining us or if you're not, either way, if you're a longtime lead head and you haven't checked out the previous episodes, a couple episodes, make sure you go back. Check those out. We had our monthly segment of the Talking Lead AK Corner. We talked about bayonets. So you're going to want to go check that out. Listen to Marco and Paul Markle, and we had a special guest, Rich Nyman, join us. So go back, check that episode out. We also did a recap on the IV 80-80-80-88-888-888 range day with our good buddy Evan, who handles my pictures and videos. You met him at NRA, Raf? Met Evan?
I met him at the shoot too, wasn't that? He was there with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Had him there, and our good buddy Danny over at Dipstick Branding, who does all our T-shirts and logoed items. He was there with his son, so we talk about everybody's experiences at the range day event there. And Raph, you were there, so we can talk a little bit about that while we got you on here too.
Sure.
And then my special guest today is Top Richard himself, ladies and gentlemen, Rafael with BERSA.
How's it going, man?
It's going good, buddy. I appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Yeah, you were about the only Richard that was absent last week in Ohio.
I know. I wanted to go, but I didn't really see a reason or a need for me to be there.
For you, there would be absolutely no reason. You would be like, what am I? I guess you could sleep all day and then meet up with us after.
Well, I mean,
the show closed down.
That would be the only reason I would have gone.
And it's not a bad reason.
I hear it's a pretty good show, though. Otherwise,
it is. It's more of a like a true meeting. It's just like a gigantic meeting room. It's not really dog and pony show, and you're not writing orders. You're sitting down with your wholesalers and planning out next year, and kind of both
doing strategy
with each other. Yeah, strategy, and kind of reading off a script to all the different guys. What do you see going on next year? It's very effective because I probably have 15, 16 wholesalers, and most of them are there. So you get to sit down and spend 30, 45 minutes with them in a quiet space. And
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what everybody's kind of predicting and seeing going on for the upcoming year, with the election and all that shit happening, a possible change in administration, and of course all the world turmoil that we've got going on with Ukraine and Israel and other places that really haven't hit the news yet, but they're out there, and these gun export bans that the government is imposing as well. I want to talk about that with you also. Yep. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about all that. But before we do that, lead heads, we got to thank our sponsors, Mission First Tactical. I guess you saw, was Dave there? Did you see Dave?
Yeah, I saw Dave. Yep, I saw Dave.
Yeah, Hodor.
Good to see him. Yep.
Good dude. That'd be another reason is to go hang out with Hodor. So Mission First Tactical. Check them out, missionfirsttactical.com. Use the code LEADHEAD. You're going to get 20% off. and they have got a slew of new products that have hit the market this year. Their belly band holster, which BERSA's fit great in, by the way.
I would imagine. I saw it for the first time the last week too.
Oh, I can't believe it's the first time you've seen them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's at the other shows I don't get a whole lot of chance to walk around and see all the new stuff. So,
that'd be a perfect holster for you, and the activities and things that you partake in, because it's easily concealable. It's easy to take on and off. It's comfortable.
Yep.
It's breathable.
Absolutely.
So go check them out. MissionFirstTactical.com, plus all their AR-15 accessories, their magazines, the new Acro Gray Man bags that they have. They've got 3 different sizes. They got a sling, they got a medium, and they got a large, like a 3-day pack that blends in perfect in the urban environment, so you don't stick out like a sore thumb as Mr. Tactical. I've got all 3 of them, and I love them. I love the sling bag. I carry it everywhere I go. Seal One, you go to seal1.com, and for all your gun cleaning, lubrication needs, Seal One and done is all you need to get it done. Plus, they've got a new cleaning rod system, probably the best cleaning rod system on the market. It's new, and it's eligible for that Leadhead 25% off discount. What's the code, Raph? Leadhead.
Leadhead, of course.
Leadhead. Yeah. I try to make it simple for our listeners.
Yeah.
No, we'll talk about some other ones coming up. Kel-Tec, of course, Defiant Munitions, Kraken cases. There's some other ones we've got discount codes for. I'll hit you up with those later in the episode. But I hear that train coming, Raph. The jackwagon train is on its way in. So, Gunny, bring that train in. We got some jackwagons to haul off.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jackwagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right. Let's go get them.
All right, the train has stationed, and I'll kick us off here with the jackwagon. I got to put my readers on. I'm getting about as old as you.
Yeah. Luckily, my contacts take care of that, or they'd be on my face all day long.
I just need them to read with. I had that surgery done where I don't have to wear contacts anymore.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Oh, dude, it was a life changer. I wore contacts probably half my life.
Yeah, I've been wearing them since I was a teenager. So
I don't know what to do with all my free time. And to get up, clean those damn things, put them in the morning, take them out at night.
Oh yeah, you probably, if you're like me, you got 100 of those little contact cases underneath your sink.
I still do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still got
absolutely.
Them. If you need one, I could send you some extra ones.
Yeah, you can back up the truck to my house and take all mine.
So in light of all that's going on in our world and just the obvious need of the Second Amendment, like in countries like Israel and the Ukraine and Canada, to where it was a little bit too little too late, we still got boneheads here in our country that are trying to take away and diminish our Second Amendment rights. Massachusetts has just passed or trying to pass another anti-gun measure. And this comes from firearmsnews.com. Mark Chestnut. I don't know. Do you know Mark Chestnut?
I've heard that name before.
Country music singer. There was a country music singer named Mark Chestnut.
Okay, well,
I don't think this is the same guy.
Maybe that's where I heard the name.
I was the same way when I was reading this. I saw that name. I was like, no, that's the country music guy. So he writes, we warned Firearms News readers back in late June that anti-gun Massachusetts lawmakers were pushing forward with a punitive package of gun control laws that would further infringe on the rights of lawful gun owners. Now the State House of Representatives have overwhelmingly passed the measure, calling it an act modernizing firearms laws. Modernizing firearms laws. The House passed it by a big vote. The measure now heads to the state Senate for consideration. The legislation imposes some of the most restrictive anti-gun laws in the country. So it goes on to say, under the bill, an assault-style rifle would be defined as a semi-automatic centerfire rifle with the capacity to accept a detachable feeding device, like a magazine, and includes any of the following features. And that's the key word, contains any of the following features. Where I think in the past, if it had to have like 3 or 4 of these. You had to have a combination of some sort to meet the federal definition of a semi. So their state, they're changing it to a folding or telescopic stock, a thumb hole stock or pistol grip, a forward grip or second grip or protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand, a threaded barrel designed to accommodate a flash suppressor or muzzle brake, or blah, 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 these mother scratchers. I mean, won't they just come out and just get it over with, Raph, and just say, we want to take your damn guns.
Yep.
Instead of putting all these little nandy-pandy, nitsy-pitsy little word verbiages in there that are designed to encompass everything anyway.
Yep, it's they're coming, right?
Well, they're here. They're here. They're trying to disguise it, and just won't they just come out and just say it and just say, we want your guns. We want all the guns. You can't have guns. Why don't they just come out and do that and get it over with and quit trying to slide and slip this behind us, around us,
Just come out and say it.
Just come out and do it. Try it.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Right.
They need to just quit fucking around and just find out. Just do it.
Yep.
I'm tired of all these little mandy-pandy, nitsy-pitsy little laws and what are they calling this? Bills that they're trying to get passed. I'm sick of it. So this is going on in Massachusetts. I'm sure it's going on in other states too, similar type things. Along with the banning of our firearms, they're also trying to get these red flag laws inundated throughout the country to further infringe on the right of due process and expand the state's gun registry programs. It's just getting ridiculous. I mean, it has been ridiculous for a long time, but I mean, it's to the point now to where enough's enough.
Yep.
We've got to say enough is enough, and quit your little shenanigans, your dressed up verbiage and words, and just come after them. Just do it. Bring it on. Let's meet head on. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. So jack wagons, all of them.
There's a lot of them out there, buddy.
Oh, I know it. And they're called politicians.
You'll be happy to know that, or happy or whatever, but in order to sell a handgun in Massachusetts, you have to jump through so many hoops for every model to get on this quote unquote attorney general's approved list that years ago we just said, fuck it. BERSA does not, we don't sell any handguns in Massachusetts.
Well,
we don't allow our distributors to or anything. I'd rather sell them where our customers are.
And your customers are there, but they can't. Yeah. They can't do it. I mean, you got customers that are there, but you can't because of crap like this. And that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to make manufacturers frustrated, and it's like, hey, it's not worth our time and effort to try to skirt your laws. So guess what? They win at that point.
They win because everything costs so much money, and you've got to jump through so many hoops.
They win without having to actually come out and say, we're taking your guns away from you. Don't be mad at us. We didn't take the guns away. They're not shipping them here.
Right.
It's
up to those people in those states to change those laws.
It is. It absolutely is.
And they've got to fight back.
But we can help. We can help. And there are groups that are set up to do just that. So I'm sure Massachusetts has several. I think there's one called think it's in this article. Gun Owners Action League, Goal, GOAL. I think they're one that's up there that's trying to help fight the good fight. So if you're in Massachusetts, this has not passed, so you still can have a say and a vote. It just went through the House of Representatives, so it's still got to go through the democratic process. So that it what it is these days. But yes, make your voice heard in Massachusetts. Get in touch with Goal, the Gun Owners Action League. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there.
Yeah.
I'm getting early start on my Halloween festivities.
Good.
And today is Halloween as we're recording this, Leadhead. So happy Halloween.
Spooky.
This is the spooky episode of the Talking Lead podcast.
That's right. We should have done it in costume today.
Well, I'm dressed up like a college football defensive coordinator.
That's it.
So I got my glasses on. I got my collegiate sweater on. So yeah.
There you go.
Whiskey River Beef, farm to table with a twist. Come along with us on a quest towards achieving self-sufficiency in food production and fostering a robust local food source to promote good health. Stock up with premium Tennessee beef, unparalleled in flavor and tenderness. You can be confident that you're receiving beef with no added growth hormones or implants. Always pasture-raised, locally USDA processed, and shipped straight to your home. Whiskey River Beef is grass and whiskey mash fed and finished, and is at least 14 days dry aged to enhance the tenderness and give you the most robust flavor imaginable. Go to whiskeyriverbeef.com today to order. Visit us on Instagram at Whiskey River Life and on Facebook at Whiskey River Beef LLC.
So there's one jack wagon. Raph, you got any jack wagons? You got somebody you'd like to throw on, or something you'd like to throw on the jack wagon train?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like since when I left town last week, you had this the thing happen in Maine, and then you had let's go ahead and throw David Hogg on the jack wagon again.
Again, what's he done?
He came out of the woodwork again after this Maine thing, and I've seen him on out there on the internet and the interweb world,
on the interwebs,
and he just showed up again. And every time I see him, I just have to shake my head. So, he's out there, calling for bands on everything again. I need to. What's that?
I was going to say, did he get elected to some sort of political office or something, or?
No. I think he ran for something and he got defeated miserably.
Yeah.
And, he's just an opportunist.
Oh,
right. Sure. And, but yeah, I like I said, I've been gone and I just got back yesterday and I haven't really paid attention to too much that's going on, but, he popped up on the interwebs, and so we'll go ahead and throw him on there again.
Yeah. He's got a permanent seat,
right? Yeah. He's got a permanent seat on there.
Yeah. So, speaking of the Lewiston, the Maine, the mass murders that happened there, more and more is coming out on that. The guy was a former, I think he was still an enlisted.
He was still an active reservist.
Yeah. But they had cut him, I think, from duty, and they took all military weapons away from him, like earlier this year, because he was showing some signs of some psychosis or something during one of the drills one weekend, and
okay.
And they called it in, and I think they ordered him to go see a doctor, and this, that, and the other. They called the sheriff's office and put a watch on him with the sheriff's office and asked that they do like a well-being check or something like that on him.
A wellness check.
Yeah, something along those lines. I should get Sodini on, and we do an episode. Deep dive on this.
I was with him the other day, and when that news came out, and he said he was getting quite a few little, calls and
I'll bet
texts and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
Mike Sodini with Walk the Talk America. We've had him on the show.
Yeah.
Him and Wishkershkin.
Yes. Good old Jake.
Jake Wishkershkin. But, I mean, the signs were there, and again, people were told, people were warned, and they didn't do anything. And then this guy finally snaps and goes on a rampage and shoots up a bowling alley and a bar or something. I don't know.
In a bar, yeah, bowling alley in a bar.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I've kind of been, moving a little too fast to really sit down and look at it. But somebody was telling me that he'd even gone as far as to mention to some of his close friends that he wanted to go. I feel like going and killing a bunch of people today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I had read that on a couple of articles.
Yeah. So it's it seems like it's every time something like this happens that it's not just slightly that there was something wrong with the person. It's that there was a lot
overtly aware. People knew and were aware, and it's just it was just a matter of time when it was going to happen, and it did. But the articles that I've been reading here recently, it's just like the Army is really trying to distance themselves from this. Like, we did everything we could do, but I think that's just a shitbird coward way of trying to get out of any responsibility where, if they really wanted to, they could have stepped in and gotten this guy some help. Right.
Well, which is the case with so many veterans that have some sort of PTSD or some sort of something, and the VA just doesn't do anything.
No.
It's so that's obviously that's something that's well above our pay grade, but the VA has a lot of work to do. I think is moving forward with the mental well-being of people that are active and non-active.
Oh, absolutely. But you can read this article. ABC News: Army said Marine shooters should not have gun, requested welfare check. Yeah. So there's the Army just trying to cover their asses, it sounds like to me. In this article. But dude ended up shooting himself. He offed himself, as the majority of them do. And they found him at some recycling center or something where he got fired from or something. Right. So that'll show him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care of my dead body.
Yep.
Have an extra cleaning fee.
Man.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else new on that one. But there is a lot going on with the Israel. The Israel Hamas. There's all kinds of protests. All the people that are protesting Israel's retaliation are jackwagons. You're freaking jackwagons. When the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and America retaliated, people were calling for America to do a ceasefire when that happened too. Mm-hmm. And what did we do? Mm-hmm. We said, suck it. Yeah. And then when 9/11 happened, same thing. They were calling for us to do a ceasefire. And what did we do? We said, suck it. We're going to handle our business.
Yeah, I think obviously the Israelis, have had it, and they don't care anymore. They're going to go get it.
Well, they should.
I read today they're starting to go down into those tunnels and blow it up. I heard somebody told me they were going to flood those things, just going to pump water down in there.
They might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, other than it's going to compromise maybe above ground structures, and they don't know how far those tunnels. They probably go all the way into Israel. I'm guessing some.
I would imagine. Who knows, man? Yeah. It's the whole network of underground systems.
It's like
crazy.
Those Nazi tunnels that they're still discovering today in some of those bunkers that they've got like whole towns underground, a whole town of networks of tunnels that they had built in these towns. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I don't know, but I'm all for the homicide. Get it? Hamas.
Yeah.
Hamas side.
Yes. I got that. I got that right off the. But yeah, it's a mess over there, and it's not going to slow down anytime soon. I don't know how anybody thinks that it's not, and it's gonna get nasty over there. It's gonna get ugly.
Well, and of course, we got our Dick Skinners involved in this too. So we're in that. We're in Ukraine.
Yep.
There's some shit in Asia that's going on that we're getting our hands into. Speaking of the government, I think the president passed an executive order to where any exports going into Thailand and several other countries that he's banned.
I got the list yesterday, and there's these A1 countries that are okay, right? And so it's what you would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Italy, Norway, Sweden, Germany, Argentina, Mexico, whatever. But if you're not on that short A1 list, 90 days at least, which,
and that's for non-LE or military. It's just civilian sales.
Exactly. As far as I know.
Which the problem isn't really coming from the ones that the civilians are buying. It's from the ones that the military and law enforcement are buying and then selling to, the cartels and shit.
That's right.
Or losing, the shipments.
Yeah, or in the case of a lot of this stuff, they're finding Hamas guys dead holding, U.S. Weapons that were left behind.
Yeah.
In Afghanistan.
That's a whole nother, jackwagon topic that we could go down there. That how many they left how many billions of dollars worth of U.S. weapons and equipment behind, and now we're seeing it turn up.
Yeah.
In Hamas's hands.
Exactly. I'm sure it's in Syria and wherever it doesn't need to be.
All they had to do was just say, look, we've got all these weapons and all, this stuff over here in the Middle East. We're having a little trouble getting them back home. Ask for volunteers. I'd have gone over there and grabbed a handful.
That's right. Well,
can you imagine all those, commercial jetliners that would be commissioned to go over there and fill up and come back with all those guns?
My whole thing is, if we weren't going to bring them back, at least destroy them.
Yeah, blow them up.
Yeah. And leave them and then, just leave the wreckage behind. But instead, we were in such a hurry to get out of there.
Now, I don't know that it was just a bumbling, stupid mistake that they made. I think it was probably a well thought out plan.
Exactly.
It's like, we just, happened to leave these behind, and they just happened to take them and, start this war with Israel. And, guess what? Our military industrial complex is now, quadrupled its production. And
Yep.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Things of that magnitude aren't usually done by accident.
No. There's a greater plan. They're 30 steps ahead of us,
That's right.
And we don't know it till we see it, like what's going on right now. We're like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like you said, the now our military production is so heavy because we're sending stuff to Ukraine. We're sending stuff to Israel, and they're just going to keep making more and more.
Yeah.
There's nothing like when there's a really bad economy and things are looking bad. It's nothing to give it a jump start like a war.
Like a war. And nothing even better than a world war.
Right. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. I sure hope not, but this is going to be we're in for it for a while, I think.
Yeah. So I'd like to honor some heroes. Now that's enough jackwagonery for this Halloween day.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on about jackwagons, but how about some heroes? You got any heroes? You got anybody that you just like to say, hey, job well done?
Well, just thinking right now, just because I was with him last week and I'm seeing what he's got going on, what he's doing, and we just brought him up. Somebody that I think should be a hero to a lot of us is Mike Sedini. Every time I see Mike, this organization, Walk the Talk America, is getting bigger and bigger. And the amount of people that he and Jake and anybody else that's helping with that organization, just the fact that it exists is pretty hero worthy to me. But,
that whole story, how he started it, it's just.
Yeah. But that, and like we were in Milwaukee about a month ago at the USDCA event, and they had a little 10-foot booth there. And Marty, I'm telling you, it was packed the whole time.
Oh yeah.
People are seeing what they're doing, and they're learning, and they're reading the literature, and the word's getting out there, and it's a very important word. And Mike was telling me people were stopping by and just saying, "Hey, we love what you're doing. We love how you're thinking outside the box, and this never existed." So I'm gonna go ahead and give him. I know I do it all the time and everywhere I go, but for those who are hearing it for the first time, I'm gonna give him another pat on the back.
Well, there you go. So I concur with that.
And we were just talking about it. This guy in Maine. Maybe if he had gone on walkthetalkamerica.org and taken one of those little tests or whatever, just taking the suggestions, taking the time to think about it, maybe he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, maybe. But I think this guy was beyond that.
Probably so, but
this guy needed some intervention. He needed.
That's right. He
needed his friends to get him there. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Or maybe some of his friends, if they had seen information like that, or who knows? It's got a list of doctors that are trained to deal with these sort of situations, and I don't know. You always like to think about the what ifs, right?
Yeah. So my hero is Benjamin Netanyahu.
I like it.
Appreciate him standing up and telling the world what's what, and we've had enough, and you take your ceasefire and shove it up your ass, basically.
Yeah.
And the UN are jackwagons. I'll throw the UN on the jackwagon train too, for all the reasons that you guys are aware of.
Yep, all the reasons is what the UN is, and it's just a bunch of jackwagons, like you said.
Oh yeah. And then the World Series is going on. I know you've been keeping up with the World Series. You're a sports fan.
I've been watching. I'm not that interested this year. It just seems weird to me, like the whole, Texas, which really Dallas versus Phoenix.
Yeah.
That might be a really cool football Super Bowl, but it's not. The Rangers are the Rangers, but the Diamondbacks are always. It's just a second thought to me or whatever. But it's weird seeing
they're not a real MLB team to me.
Yeah. I was watching the game a little bit last night, and I was like, this is just so odd, to see this Super Bowl or this World Series rather.
This World Series. But who won last night?
Texas.
Texas did, yeah. When I stopped watching it, they were up like 3-0 or something.
So they're up 2-1, I guess, in the series now.
Yeah, 2-1 in the series. They do like the best of 5 of that?
Best of 7.
Best 7? Okay.
Yep. So we got a ways to go. They're going to stretch it out. They'll stretch it out a little bit, but yeah.
They're going to milk it. Yeah.
Hey, man.
For all it's worth.
That's right. But yeah, we've been watching a little bit, and like I said, I've been on the go so much. I didn't even watch the first 2 games. I watched a little bit of last night.
Yeah.
So that was good. That's the big thing right now. We got basketball and hockey back, and football's in full swing. And,
football, yeah. College football. I don't care for pro football anymore. It's too theatrical. I never have cared for NBA.
I'm not a basketball guy. I'm a college football and NFL. The only reason I pay attention is because I play fantasy football. So I want to know how many points my guys are scoring. Yeah. But team-wise, I'm not too worried about it.
Once I figured out that I had to do fantasy football to get my interest into professional football, that's when I quit doing it. I was like, the only reason I'm doing this is because I've lost all interest whatsoever in this shit.
Absolutely.
So,
but that's about it for me anymore. And then, I just kind of feel bad leaving these leagues that I'm in because they're with old college buddies of mine, and it's a fun way for us all to stay interacting and everything.
Oh yeah. I get that.
Yeah. But now that we're getting older, we don't talk the trash we used to. It's not as fun.
It's just too much work.
That's right. It's like, oh, let me set my team and be done with it.
Right. It's like it's too much work trying to come up with a counter to your your slap in the face there, buddy. Fine, whatever.
That's right. It used to be a lot more fun in that respect.
Yeah, I'm with you there. We're just old, man. We're just getting old. It sucks.
Man, tell me. I'm reminded every day when I wake up in the morning. Put those 2 feet on the ground, and they don't feel like they used to. Yeah,
it's getting worse this time of year with the temperature drop.
That's right. It takes you a little bit longer in the morning to get warmed up.
It does. It so does. It's like, I don't want to get up.
That's right.
But let's wind up the train and the planes and get them out of here, because we want to talk about the latest and greatest going on with BERSA and RAF. So
well,
we kind of started it earlier this year at SHOT Show. We had you on, and
it was at NRA.
Was it NRA?
NRA, where I was on with Mariano. Yeah.
Okay, I thought we also talked a little bit about it at SHOT Show. You had the new
we talked about it. I wasn't on any of your shows or anything. You were over by you came by the booth and we touched on it, and then at NRA you had us on there for a full segment, and we got everything. Talked all about the new line.
Yeah, we got to meet Mariano for the first time. He did a really good job on the show, by the way.
Yeah, he's great. And we got to show you the a few of the new BERSA AR 15 and the BERSA BAR 9.
Yeah.
And
so how are those doing? Have you got any new developments with those? Are they selling good?
We've been selling them. We're selling. They're selling okay. We haven't marketed them too much here in the U.S. yet, because when you talk to your distributors and your dealers and everything like that, they're stocked up with ARs. They don't even want to talk about ARs. So we've sold a decent amount here in the U.S., but we're selling a lot of them overseas.
Yeah.
BERSA being a global name, and people here in the U.S. don't realize it. They go, it's just this little company that makes the Thunder 380. But they're the number one in South America. They're number 2 in Latin America. They're a big company outside of the U.S. when it comes to firearms. So, you've got the Argentine police want these ARs. We've sold a bunch into Guatemala, Panama, Uruguay. We sold a bunch into Ukraine.
Interesting.
Poland. We're selling a lot of them, outside of the U.S.
Now, Ukraine, is that more the LE or military?
No, it's just been for. I'm sure it's just for the LE, because we're not selling full auto over there.
Yeah.
So we've sold several thousand over there, but it's kind of slowed down now. But again, a big chunk of them are going to Argentina every month for LE.
Yeah.
And we're going to start pushing it a little bit more. I was talking about the NASGW show the other day. Apparently there's some guys with some agents that are working for for Israeli companies that came over and bought a lot of black guns in the last week. And
interesting.
I heard, I've heard of some big numbers of ARs moving.
Of BERSA ARs.
No.
Oh.
We don't keep our guns just laying around. We make them to order and all that sort of thing. So, there's guys had maybe 7,000, 5,000, lots of guns sitting in their warehouse collecting dust, and now they don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
And so that was a little, a talk of the show where people scrambling to get some ARs. They came and talked to us. We just don't have a lot of them sitting around. So, we'll keep in touch with them and see what they need in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah, this thing's not going to be over for a while.
No, and then, at the same time, that cleared up a lot of room out there. So, now we're going to start pushing our ARs more to the U.S. civilian market again.
Yeah. Well, that being said, too, I've heard of in the news the Iranians attacking our military bases over there in
Yep.
In the Middle East. So there's been frequent attack. I think there's been like over 23 now. And counting. So I think that's only going to escalate over there, I'm sure.
We're going to see, and then, you know, we all know, just the guys in the industry, the other thing is, whether it's an AR or a handgun or whatever, when that happened in Israel, I mean, gun sales spiked, you know, for a minute.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, people are waiting to see what's happening. But, you know, when you got guys in hang gliders coming in and attacking you at a music festival, and, you know, there's nothing you can do. And,
because your government has rendered you defenseless, saying that you can't own a firearm to protect yourself. When you're living on the deadliest border in the world, you know, there on the Gaza, the West Bank.
Literally, this music festival was, what, a mile from the border or something, or less than that?
You're a mile from millions of people that want to kill you.
Yep.
Every day. Every single day. And they disarm their citizens because they're afraid one of them might get stolen and end up in the hands of a terrorist. Well, you can see the U.S. took care of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, people see that.
We left millions of guns in the hands of terrorists when we left the Middle East.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. You know, we haven't seen anything, you know, upcoming elections or anything like that yet, but, you know, it's, you know.
Well, now's the time to buy. Now's the time to buy, because if you're going to sit around and wait and see what happens, then you're going to miss out, because prices have never been any better on firearms. The ammunition has come down. You know, prices are good on that. It's just, now's the time to buy.
Well, I will tell you one thing that was being talked about at the show is a lot of these guys, Fiocchi and some of the other ammo companies, their 2239 and 308 is gone, and they're sold out for the rest of the year. And so, you know, people that's the first thing they go for, right? I'm stocking up on ammo. I'm stocking up on ammo. And next comes the guns, you know. So we'll see, you know, where that comes in. But you know, because gun sales have been,
well, you think that they sold all their ammo because of the conflict, Ukraine, Israel, and now they've diverted all the civilian ammo to go to the military,
or to go to the other countries. Yep. So there's all that. People were jumping on that so that they made sure they had it. And it's crazy. But like you just said, the gun deals that are going on, pistol deals, AR deals that are going on out there, it's I hesitate. I've never seen like it, because I probably have, but we haven't seen it in a long time. And you know, it's a lot of guys dumping product right now, and you know, it's a buyer's market for sure. Yeah.
So, you know, the good old days are here. Good old days are right now. You're going to be looking back at this and saying, those were the good old days.
That's right. That's right. For the people looking there for a good deal, for sure.
Yeah.
For us as gun manufacturers, it ended the good old days. That was a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, they're coming back. They'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back. It always goes in cycles.
Yeah, it's cyclical.
Rob would tell you that failing to prepare is preparing to fail. He's not a prepper, but survival skills, personal preparedness, and self-sufficiency are important skill sets in his book. His firearm of choice, the Kel-Tec RDB Survival, says a lot about him. This great compact bullpup rifle fits in a pack and tight spaces when he feels like bugging out. Unlike ordinary bullpups, the RDBS rifle redefines the concept of platform, offering a traditional rifle grip, balance, crisp trigger, and an adjustable buttstock. The RDB Survival delivers 5.56 ballistic performance in a compact package weighing 5 pounds 14 ounces. It has a patented downward ejection that allows for complete ambidextrous use with an intuitive safety and reversible charging handle. It's a get you there, never let you down kind of rifle. Innovation, performance, Kel-Tec.
Now, you know, we're talking about the AR and that you guys aren't producing a lot of those and selling them over here, but they are available for the consumer market over here.
absolutely. They're out there at the dealers. The distributors have them. You know, so we've got our rifle, you know, that comes in obviously in 5.56 and in 300 blackout, and then we've got pistol versions out, 3 pistols. You've got the 300 blackout, the 5.56, and then you've got the BERSA AR9, which is 9mm. Obviously, it takes Glock. We got one version that takes Glock mags and one version that takes BERSA TPR 9 magazines. So the pistols have taken a big hit on sales because of pistol brace.
Yeah.
So the rifles we continue to sell really well. We're happy with it. They're just, you know, it's there you are. You can click on products and it'll show you the rifles that we're talking about there. And you know, they're doing well. We're happy with where they're at, and we're going to start releasing some new models, some higher end models with drop-in triggers that we're manufacturing, with flash hiders that we're making, with adjustable gas blocks that we're making.
Yeah. Now, are these being manufactured in the U.S.?
Everything on these guns is manufactured in the U.S. And we are not an assembler. We're making the parts. We're making the uppers. We're making the lowers. We are buying the barrels right now, but not for much longer. We've got the machines to do it. We're going to start making our own barrels. We make all the rail systems and handguards and all that sort of thing. So
now you're getting your grips and your buttstocks from Mission First.
From Mission First, we have one with that we use for mag pull on, and one doesn't really do much for in the civilian market. That's more geared towards LE, because for some reason the law enforcement guys want. But they're talking to consumers. They really like the fact that we're using the MFT furniture.
No, I do. I like. Are you using MFT mags?
Yes. MFT mags, grips, and stocks, and we were using MFT pistol braces as well. But we'll see if that comes back to us.
Now you're manufacturing your own handguards too?
Yes.
Or are you using MFTs?
No, we're manufacturing ours.
Okay. Well, I know you had them out at the IV-88 range day, but I was too into your 1911, and I completely forgot to shoot your AR. I haven't shot your AR yet, so I can't give a personal testimony on it yet. But I mean, they look nice, and you know the tolerances and everything. You know, I got to finger fuck it at a couple times. At SHOT Show and NRA,
SHOT Show, NRA, and they were sitting there at IV-88, 88, 88, and then you just don't know where to stop with your eights. And but you know, if your listeners want to see more about them, you can do searches for them on YouTube. There's been plenty of reviews. People seem to really like them. There's a lot of stuff out there on our Instagrams and Facebooks and wherever else we are out there on these guns, and so far the reactions have been great.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, we'll be expanding the line, and you know, doing some really cool custom features that, you know, because like I was saying, all those parts that we're talking about, we are going to be making. We're going to debut for 2024 4 different drop-in triggers: a curved and a flat, non-adjustable, and a curved and a flat adjustable. We're going to be selling. We've got some different flash hiders, muzzle brake, you know, adjustable gas blocks.
And all this stuff you're going to be manufacturing.
We're manufacturing ourselves in Georgia. We got to get you down to the factory sometime.
I'm just right here, man. It's it's in 3 hours away.
Well, it's in Cartersville, so I don't know. It's 45 minutes south of Chattanooga, so it's not that far away from you.
Yeah, you're about 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, get you down there, and we can do some video and stuff. But yeah, all those accessories, like I said, upgraded charging handle, all that we're making in-house at the BERSA factory in Cartersville, Georgia.
Okay.
And then,
let's do that. Let's schedule a time for me to come down there when we get off. That'd
be a lot of fun. And we go shoot the guns and all that sort of thing too. Then you can speak then you can speak in an educated manner to your listeners about it.
I can give my own personal testimony.
That's right. But, you touched on it for a second, and it's not on the website yet because it really is prototype stage, even though we're going to start shipping them here pretty soon. But the deal is with BERSA is all the products that are currently made in Argentina. So your Thunder 380, your Thunder 22, your BP 9s, your TPR 9s will continue to be made in Argentina and brought to the U.S. Anything new going forward, so ARs, any new pistols are going to be made here in the U.S. So we'll be exporting back to Argentina with those products and hopefully throughout the rest of the world on those new products. But you got to shoot the first one besides the ARs, which is the new BERSA 1911.
That's right. What are you calling that?
We haven't really decided yet. We really need to put our head
come up with
together.
a catchy name?
No, I mean, I started looking around at different ones. You got Savage's new one. It's the 1911. You got Springfield 1911 Loaded, or Springfield 1911 Operator.
Well, yeah, they got different names. Yeah, they got different names.
Different names. So we really got to put our heads together. But we're going to start it out with 4 models, which are basically just going to be the same 5-inch, standard mil-spec 1911, with enhanced features. So the one that you saw was going to be the top of the line one, right? It's got that hand polished stainless steel slide and the big serrations, and but all of our 1911s are going to have AMERIGLO tritium night sights on them. They're going to have the ambidextrous safety. Hopefully, well, there you go. There's a picture from IV88.
That's some that Evan and I took.
Okay, cool.
I've got a video here of me shooting it too, and I'll play that when you get done talking.
There you go. Good, VZ grips, and we're just really happy with them. So we'll have 2 entry-level versions, which we don't want to play down in the real cheap 1911s with like the Philippine 1911s, like Rock Islands and all that, which they're fine guns, but we want ours to be a little something else. But and the Turkish guns that are making such an impact right now. So we'll have 2 entry level, but they're still we're hoping to get them retailing MSRP about $699.
Okay.
So, right in there with some of that entry level Springfield stuff, right? And that sort of thing. But we'll have a flat dark earth Cerakote and then a black gun. All these will be 45 ACP. Then we'll have one that's like the middle range, which will be, $699, $849, which will be a brushed stainless steel. So it'll look like it's almost like a powder coated stainless steel.
Right.
And then you'll have that polished stainless steel slide, which is absolutely beautiful. You saw it for about $999 MSRP. All 45, and then as time goes on, we'll introduce 9 mils, 10 mils, probably some commander size, something like that. We're not going to go like crazy with these things, but if you got a gun company, you've got to want to make a 1911, right? They're just so much fun to shoot. And then beyond that, you'll start seeing some new polymer stuff, some new striker parts. So just some more stuff to round out the line. We've talked about all kinds. We've got a factory. We can do whatever we want now. We can do revolvers, bolt action.
We do what we want.
Yeah, both. It's
bolt action. What?
You never know. You never know. So what we're saying is the sky's the limit. We can kind of do whatever we feel like doing.
You need to bring me in on your R&D, baby. Bring me in. Bring Lefty in for your R&D team.
Come on down and sit down in the conference room and let's come up with some ideas.
I'm talking about put me on the payroll. Let's do this. Let's make it. Let's make it real.
We got to start selling some guns first, buddy. But that would be fun.
Once you put me on the payroll, they've already sold, son.
That's right. That's right.
So here's a video of me shooting your 1911. I want to play this for our video audience, and then for our listening audience, you'll just have to wait till the video to come out. I'm going to turn it down because it's going to be loud as crap.
That did get a little loud at that place, doesn't it?
Yeah. So here it is.
Look at the shine on that.
I think the video's a little choppy. But I'm shooting the stainless steel one here.
They're all stainless steel, but this one is polished.
Or the polished, yeah, the polished.
Yeah.
And it was like really smooth.
Yeah.
Can't tell this video's choppy for some reason. I don't know what's.
Well, it's because it's Halloween, man.
I got gremlins in my system.
That's right. That's right.
Turning you back up there, but yeah. So there's. I did get to shoot that, and I did enjoy shooting that. It was good. The trigger felt really nice in it, and those sights were really easy to pick up. You got those high-vis tritium sights in there.
They're AMERIGLO brand tritium sights, and we're real excited about this. It's something that sometimes people don't really think about, but BERSA was started in 1958. So this year, we're 65 years old. This year.
Wow!
There are gun companies that are older than 65, but not a lot of them.
Yeah.
We can all name a few of them, but there's most of them came long after 1958, and so we're excited just to carry on the tradition here in the U.S. with U.S. made products, and to combine that with our Argentinian heritage of the company. It's going to be, there's a lot of fun things that are going to be coming up.
Let me switch back here to get us back on the screen there.
Yep.
But yeah, so I did get an opportunity to shoot that. I regret not being able to shoot the AR, but yeah, so the invitation to come down there to Georgia and test her out, I'm going to take you up on that, definitely.
Yeah, maybe we can do something like that in like December or something this year if things aren't too crazy.
Yeah. I mean, even if they are.
Yeah, I know, right? It's never a bad thing to take a little road trip.
No, not at all. Like I said, you're real close, so I mean, it could be a day trip. Could be a day trip.
Yeah. There might be dinner and a few beers involved after shooting. So
you may have to put me up then.
We might have to put you up. Might be an overnighter.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I could bring the studio down there. We do a tour of that'd be cool. The facility, and we could do the show from down there. Yeah, I'd be down for doing that.
Then there is another Richard nearby that we might be able to drag out with us.
That's right, but I don't know. Was he at at
that ASCW? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or should I say yeah?
Yeah. OG Richard. So was Tall Richard there too?
Tall Richard was there, and so it was we were almost complete.
Top, tall, OG. You're just missing little.
Yep, exactly.
Little Richard
and top. So it was good to see everybody, but yeah, it'll be good to all be together at SHOT Show again.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. Now, you guys all set for that? You gonna be there?
Yeah, we'll be there, and we're over in the same place we were at last year in the New Caesars Forum, and
okay.
But we're gonna have, like I said, bring something with you to take pictures, because we're gonna have a bunch of new stuff to show there.
Well, I have a opportunity for you, so remind me to talk to you about it after the show. Okay,
that sounds good. Yep. But yeah, we're gonna make hopefully a big splash. We're working directly with a marketing firm for the first time ever. So the new ownership of BERSA really wants to start making splashes and start
you have to in America. Yep. That's what you got to do in America.
Yep. And so new products, and you're going to see BERSA's name out there a whole lot more, and a lot more ads and social media presence and things like that. So it's going to be fun. It's going to really, really be kind of a cool thing going forward. And
I know a show that would be perfect for you guys to advertise on.
Oh yeah. Well, let's discuss these opportunities.
There's opportunities abound.
That's right.
Opportunities abound. So they are the 1911. You say there's some other things. What can you tell us that's on the horizon?
Yeah.
What can you talk
So
about?
all the AR parts that I was talking about, which
Okay.
which should be pretty cool. And then, you've seen products like the Hellcat and the 365 and things like that have been hitting the market recently.
Yeah.
We've got to have something like that. So we've got a few new polymer guns, striker fired,
Okay.
if you will. So, it's when I say we've got new polymer striker fire gun, it's stating the obvious. It's like what everybody wants these days.
Yeah.
And so we'll have at least 2 new polymer striker fire guns at the show, plus all the versions of the 1911, plus all the accessories, plus I'd go ahead and throw it out there because it's happening. We're going to start manufacturing a line of BERSA suppressors as well.
I was going to ask, are you guys getting into the can market too?
In fact, the cans were quietly on all of our rifles at the media shoot at IV 8888.
Oh, you son of a bitch, and you didn't tell me that.
we kind of kept that one quiet because we really wanted to put them through their paces to make sure that without saying, hey, look at our new BERSA cans, and then having some sort of issue. But they've ran flawlessly. We were really excited.
Great.
They've got 3 new they got three patents on them, so they're smaller than most cans, but just as quiet.
Yeah.
The 5.56 one will fit inside of a rail system.
Okay. So countersink it.
Yeah, yep. They're all serviceable, so if anything happens to your baffles, you can have them replaced. Right now they're all just they're not QD yet, but we will have QD attachments for them going forward. But we're going to start showing 4 new cans at SHOT Show. So
nice.
There's some neat stuff. We're just, like I said, man, we're in there going, hey, we can make it. So without all the red tape of importing stuff and all that sort of thing. So
I'm coming next week. What's your schedule look like next week?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm having some bone spurs removed from my ankle next week, but I should be good to go in about 2 weeks.
All right.
So let's plan on something.
All right, we definitely will. I mean, that's exciting news, man. I'm very excited to hear this. I mean, unexpected.
Well, it's just a lot of I mean, when you look at what BERSA has been, it's a great company. It's neat products, and we'll continue with that stuff. But we've got to get into the next century.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep up with the Joneses.
Keep up with the Coreys.
Well, yeah, and we've got some pretty. We're working with some guys that have some pretty creative minds. So instead of kind of just making things that the consumers already know they want, we want to start to innovate more and make things that people didn't yet know they wanted. And
interesting.
So that's the next level stuff, right?
Well, that's what excites me is when a company starts off on this path, then they kind of get frustrated because they're like, this has been done, this is out there. We got to come up with something new and different.
Yep.
And that's where the innovation comes in. So the fact that you guys are gearing it up, that's just leading down the path to innovation, that you're going to come out with something that nobody else has. And
we've got some ideas.
Okay.
And but that being said, if you're going to be a certain kind of gun company, there's products that you have to have, and that's what we're doing right now. Okay, we've got our hammer fired service weapon, we've got our AR, we've got our 1911, we've got
coming out with the striker fire, got the cans.
Yeah, we've got there's things we want to come out with, and then there's other things that we're going to come out with, which has been done before, but we'll have our own spin on it. But we wanted to do something. Hey, look, check this out. It's totally different than what anybody else is doing. It's just getting that done.
Yeah. Now, are you guys looking into setting up, lack of a better term, like an academy, like Glock has or SIG has, to where people can come and attend, and you run them through, the course of shooting your firearms and the smithing behind it and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, we're right now we're at about, on a good year, 100,000 guns. This will all change with all the new stuff, but all these other guys you're talking about, they're either approaching or past 1 million guns a year.
Yeah, but they weren't.
So
they weren't.
Yeah, no, they weren't.
They weren't. Yeah, that's how you build the brand loyalty.
No.
Yeah.
So, we again, just finishing my thought there is we've got the factory, we've got facilities. We also have a very close relationship with Governor's Gun Club and down in Kennesaw, which has all kinds of other facilities. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see us, do some sort of classes and some sort of.
Is that the one that has the indoor clay shooting?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, if you've never been there, is pretty.
I haven't. I've been meaning
pretty
to.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we can make a day of it when you're down.
We'll remedy that.
They're about 15 minutes away.
Okay.
From where we're at.
Well, I may have to do an overnight then.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, I mean, we've got aspirations to really grow this brand and grow this company, and but do it at a smart pace and do it with intelligent new products and mixing that with our new direction with marketing and all that sort of thing. I think we're gonna surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, all this is surprising me. When you think BERSA, you don't think everything that you guys are getting ready to do and that you are doing with the AR, the 1911, and the striker fires, and the drop-in triggers. Exactly. I'm really excited to check out your drop-in triggers.
They're really nice. They were on the rifles at IV88 too.
I did. Who knew?
Yeah, no. And again, the one thing we were like, hey, okay, check this out. But the other thing is like, all right, let's use this as
Raph, you know me by now. That's shit you can tell me, and I won't let it out of the bag.
I'm telling you now, brother.
This is the show for exclusives.
That's right. So you just besides that, all the wholesale buyers found all this out last week. So
I was going to say, other than maybe some bar talk, you lead heads are the first to hear this.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. So thank you for sharing that with us, with me and our audience, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And tell your people, your guys, even though it is a departure from what we've done in the past, a BERSA suppressor or a BERSA drop-in trigger or a BERSA AR-15 or 1911 is going to be really, really good quality. And it might take a minute for people to say, why would I want to buy a BERSA drop-in trigger? Well, I'm sure people thought that when they first saw Timney but they were unknown. At least we got a name that's known.
Hyperfire.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I remember when Hyperfire first hit the market. I was like, who's Hyperfire?
So, I was looking through Facebook the other day, and there's one of these dumb things that says, what's a gun that makes you ill when you see it? And somebody was like, a BERSA Thunder 380, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about? And a lot of it was like some really, some guns out there that people know are not very well made.
Yeah.
And this guy put that out to me. I'm like, what? Why the heck?
Where did that come from? Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll get guys on like YouTube
because they're affordable and they're solid and they work.
Yeah, there was a YouTube video. Some guy said that the top 5 worst handguns you can buy, and one of them was the BERSA Thunder 380. He's like, yeah, because they blow up in your hand, and we're like, we've never known of one to blow up in somebody's hand, but it was really cool. Like the comment section underneath it, it's like the BERSA support came out of the woodwork.
They're like, what are you talking about?
People are like, I put 10,000 rounds through mine and it's fine. What are you talking about? So this guy just got inundated with but it's weird the perception that's out there about maybe an affordable brand or an entry. I don't know if I want to call it an entry level brand because we do have guns that are $299, but we also have guns that are like $700-800.
Another company that went through that, Raph, was Canic, and just because they make an affordable striker fire gun that, in my opinion, shoots better than a Glock. I mean, I shoot it better than a Glock.
Yeah, absolutely. The Canic does an unbelievable job with all their stuff.
Yeah, but they had that reputation, but they have slowly overcome it and, and built it up.
Exactly. And our new products, they're not going to be coming in at $299. The USA stuff, USA made stuff absolutely is not going to be inexpensive, but it's not going to be Staccato prices.
Yeah.
It'll be in that, right there in that mid range where XD and some of the Glock and some of that stuff is. But we're hoping that the XD that we're competing directly against at price, that our features, our bells and whistles are more than that gun.
Yeah.
So
exactly. And that's where you got to outshine them is.
And I'm not making an example out because an XD is a very, very good pistol, but that's that price range that we don't want to be that. You want a $299 BERSA? There it is. It's being made already.
Yeah.
But
we got that. But you want a little step up? We got that too.
And we're gonna, like you said, we're gonna have that $1,000 1911. It's there.
But that's that's meeting the demands of all the market sectors. There's different people that demand different things, and
we don't
up until now, you guys have been kind of catering to this end, and now you're going to start catering more to this end.
That was the big part of our business was that Thunder 380, Thunder 22, $299 gun.
Yeah.
But guys that we know that shoot our TPR9 and our TPR9 compact, that's a $450 gun, and people that have shot them, they're like, that's the best hammer fired, double action, single action gun that I've ever shot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's an affordable gun still, but it's not an entry level price point gun. So people always look at us as that, but we've been more than that.
Yeah. Well, it's people's perception as to what's entry level too. So.
Yep. And we want to change that. And that's where that marketing and new products and all that sort of thing comes into place.
Yeah.
Attention business owners. Are you ready to take your marketing game to the next level? Look no further than Black Tie Digital Marketing, the firearm-friendly, full-service agency that delivers results. We've worked with industry giants like Kel-Tec, Spikes Tactical, and Armalite, and we even designed the kick-ass new logo at Talkin' Lead. At Black Tie, we blend creativity and data-driven strategies to ensure your message hits the mark every time. From high-end custom websites, graphic design, to inbound marketing campaigns, and everything in between, we've got you covered. Your success is our priority. Join the ranks of the industry's top players and give your business the boost it deserves. Experience the power of Black Tie today. Visit blacktieDigital.com or call 1-800-316-8030 to schedule your free consultation. That's Black Tie Digital Marketing, where firepower meets marketing power. Black Tie Digital Marketing is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
Well, very good, man. I'm excited. Hope you keep us
we're
along for the
too.
Ride for this new BERSA, man. I'm excited about it.
Always, and I'm excited about it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, buddy. But
nothing worth having isn't.
That's right. That's right.
Nothing worth having is easy.
It's been fun to build up this BERSA USA thing and get it started, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, well, I'm really glad that because our longtime listeners know that you were previously with Eagle Imports.
Yep.
But you guys were handling the BERSA and several other brands as far as the importation and distribution here in America. And the fact that, that went away, and then you've, taken on this whole new role at BERSA and the direction that they're headed in now. I mean, I can only think that you were a big part of what's happening right now, and proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and it's been fun. It's been enjoyable, and like I said, I'm just excited to see where we go. From here.
It's going to be a fun ride.
Because there's a lot happening. When for years it was just sales and let's push our product, and now there's all this new stuff to talk about, to sell, to create a consumer pool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, very good. So, guys, go to, is it BERSAUSA.com?
BERSA.com.
Just
you can go to BERSA USA, but it takes you to BERSA.com.
Okay, yeah. So BERSA.com, make it real easy for you guys. And hopefully you'll get those 1911 picks up soon. But
yeah, we will. We hope to have some guys taking some real nice pictures of them in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get them up on there.
Yeah, and I'll post my pictures up again of the and the video that I did there at the IV 8088 shoot with the highly polished one that you had there. I'll post those up again on Instagram so you guys can go and check that out on the grams. But yeah, and hopefully in the meantime, I'll get an opportunity to go down there and get the big tour and bring you guys a whole lot more of this in more detail as we learn more about it. But Raph, I really appreciate you taking the time to be on, buddy.
Man, I really appreciate the opportunity. I love being on here, and always good to talk to you.
Absolutely,
and,
man.
We always have fun on here.
Yep, we have fun whatever we do, wherever we're at. That's kind of the Richard motto, right?
That is, and so yeah, man. I'm glad we got to get some good info out to your listeners, and hopefully they're excited.
Yeah, and if you guys have questions, you can go to their Instagram, you can go to their website. I think there's probably a place where they can contact you there on the website. But
there is. They can go on Facebook and Facebook message us, and info at BERSA.com is a good place, and I think what's the hell on contact us.
See what your IG is.
Website. It's BERSA_USA.com.
There it is.
I'm sorry, just BERSA_USA. There's another one that's BERSA official, but that's the Spanish speaking one.
Well, if we got Spanish speaking listeners.
Stuff. Yeah, cool stuff to look at, but that one's geared towards the Argentine market. But yeah, there's my ugly mug on there showing off that 1911.
There it is. Is that at the IV 88 shoot there?
That is there. Yeah.
Okay. There, and there's the bar.
Yep.
The BAR.
Everything. Yep. There's everything they could want to look at. There's some cool videos on there. There's all kinds of neat stuff on there for people to check out.
Very cool. So if you guys aren't following Raph and BERSA on the grams, go to BERSA_USA and give them a follow and leave a comment. Let them know you're a lead head and you heard about them here on the Talking Lead podcast. And then maybe we can get them to jump on here as sponsors of the show and maybe offer some discount codes and cool things like all our other sponsors do.
Excuse me. We're in the process of rebuilding the BERSA shop, if you will, on our website. So once we get the new version of it up and running, we can definitely get some codes on there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, some T-shirts and hats and whatever.
Got to do the swag. Yeah. Are you guys? Let me ask you that. Are you guys considering redoing the logo, rebranding the logo at all?
I don't know. I mean, it's an old logo, so it's.
Well, I just redid mine.
I know.
So we went from this old one behind me to the new one that we've got everywhere else.
Looks really cool. So yeah, who knows? That's kind of in the hands of this new marketing company because they're doing, they're going to do a whole image thing and whatever. So
I wish I'd known you were looking for a company. I could have hooked you up with my guys. They do a really good job. They're down there in Florida. Yeah, we found some guys that worked with Daniel Defense and SIG. So that's hopefully very reputable.
Hopefully they can bring some stuff to the table, and we're excited to see what they come up with.
Very good. Well, if anything I can do to help, I'm here.
I know where to find you.
And so are the lead heads. So lead heads, again, go show Raph some love. Do you want them to follow you on your personal Instagrams?
There's nothing on my personal Instagram.
Okay, don't go follow.
I mean, they can, but they're not going to see anything.
Okay.
A 3-year-old picture of my dog, something like that. like you said, we're old, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're more than welcome to, but for anything fun and updated and gun related, just BERSA_USA. Or if you're into some of the stuff happening in Argentina and other parts of the world, it's BERSA official.
There you go.
And so yeah, check them both out.
Yeah, why not? Might as well. You get into
Why not?
that rabbit hole.
That's right.
Right. You guys got any more shows or anything coming up?
We
more
the
range
next
days?
No more range days. We've got a distributor show in Nashville in early January, the Big Rock show over there. But then the next big show for us is SHOT Show, of course.
Yeah.
And then I've got like the smaller dealer riding shows.
Yeah.
And all that sort of thing. So
okay, all right. So
yep, but so nothing for the rest of the year.
Gotcha.
I get to take a little break from travel.
So this is Halloween, and I know that you kind of did some pre-Halloween this weekend and whatnot. You got any plans tonight? You do anything?
Man, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
So he's going to get something here. Are you handing out candy for the trick-or-treaters?
Yes. Yeah, my neighborhood's chock full of little kids, so I've got a big bowl full of candy, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I don't share my candy with nobody, so my lights are off and doors are locked.
when those little 4-year-old kids come up asking for candy, it's so cute you can't say no.
Do you wear a mask or anything? Do you try to scare them?
I mean, look at this. It's scary enough.
It's scary enough. Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
I was looking for a costume party to go to. I couldn't find anybody that was having one. So
those days are. I haven't had an invitation to a costume party in a long time.
Yeah.
I guess I could go to some of the local college bars that probably are. That'd be a little creepy.
Yeah. Well, you could say this is my creepy guy outfit here.
Yeah, that's right. Just don't wear anything. Just don't no costume.
Yeah, I'm really 28 years old.
Yeah, this is my old creepy guy costume.
It's great makeup.
That's right. That's right.
So, Leadheads, I hope that all you have a happy and safe Halloween. If you're out doing stuff, do it responsibly. Make sure you've got a talking lead koozie. That's the perfect way to drink responsibly.
I've got one.
Yes, you do. Did you get one of those gold ones?
I took the camo one.
You got the camo one, okay.
There was two of us there, and one guy was really eyeballing the gold one. I felt bad, so I took the camo one.
I had some more. I could take the gold one, but
we'll bring one down when you come down next time.
I will. I'll bring some stuff.
Yeah.
But until then, Leadheads, make sure you go and again show all our sponsors the love and use those codes, buy those products because that's how they know you're hearing about them here on the podcast. Mission First Tactical, use the code Leadhead, 20% off. Seal1.com, Leadhead, 25% off. You go to Factory 47 for our AK Corner logoed apparel. Use the code Leadhead, you're going to get 10% off. And that's anything there, the AK Corner and their normal AK stuff. Who else we got here? We got Defiant Munitions for ammo, high quality ammo. You need 380, you need 50 BMG. I mean, they got it all there. Defiant Munitions, all caps Leadhead, 10% off there. You need to stock up on your meds, your medical supplies, tourniquets, bandages, whatever it may be. You go to Medicine in Bad Places, use the code Leadhead20, and I think Leadhead works also, but Leadhead20 or Leadhead, and you get 20% off there. Keltec, go to keltecweapons.com and get 15% off anything except their weapons, accessories, their shirts, their hats. They got some really cool shirts. When I went down there, I loaded up on several of their shirts. You can get 15% off. Use the code Leadhead at Keltec. And then for these awesome display walls for our video audience that you see behind me that I've got all my art displayed on back there, those are called Lockdown secure walls, and you can get a discount on anything at Lockdown. Use the code Leadhead, get 15% off there. And then our Kraken cases with that memory foam. They got the pistol, they've got the eyeglass, they've got ammunition cases now, and they've got the big rifle cases, which we just gave one of those away, Raph, in a big $6,000 giveaway that we did. Celebrating.
I saw you guys are doing something huge.
Yeah, celebrating 10 years of Talking Lead, our new logo, and our 500th episode. You can go to Kraken Cases and use Talking Lead, 10% off.
Congratulations on that, man. 500 shows, 10 years.
Yeah, well, you're like 500. This will be like 515. So
that's amazing.
11 years. It'll be 11 years in December. So yeah, this whole year we've been celebrating.
This little project has turned into something.
I know, man. You think you're just doing a little hobby, something you love and enjoy, then all of a sudden it's a damn job. Shit.
That's right. There's worse jobs to have.
Get your firearms closer.
Man, you got me after an hour and a half on this thing. Had your firearms closer.
Perfect. Dude, hour and a half is short for my show.
Well, the next one will be longer because we'll have so much more stuff to talk about.